afternoon. This is Jared Rand. This is 3 p.m. Eastern, Friday, July 27th, 2018. Global Guided Meditation Call. And thinking about and reviewing and going over our understanding of, so many things throughout the ages have been portrayed and communicated, and so many things are, they're, how do you call it, disinformation. Disinformation has been going on for centuries, thousands and thousands of years. Misinforming, misguiding, miseducating, so many confusing things for humanity on an ongoing basis. I have researched so many avenues over the last 40 years of things that, one seems to ring true, and then you find out after researching more that it isn't true, that it's contradictory, and you start realizing that you have to use great discernment on anything that you read or comprehend. You think you comprehend, or you think that you understand it, and then something else comes along that totally dispels it. And, we have misguidance, misdirection running rampant on the planet for humanity. And I think obviously the reason for that is there are so many voids, so many blanks in our history. There are so many different stories, so many different depictions of how we came to be. It is absolutely mind-boggling. I mean, a lot of them, aren't circulating on the internet. They're so long ago. But you realize that there are things that you really, really have to just keep asking questions about, and to make your own discernment on much of the information. The process, the meditation today is, a lot of the times we give out love and we send a lot of attention to others and unselfishly try to heal and help and assist and, eradicate all kinds of atrocities on the human race. And I think a lot of the times that, humanity suffers because we don't acknowledge ourselves enough. We don't love ourselves enough. We have a tendency to really come down on ourselves and, the guilt, unwarranted guilt, unwarranted, lack of confidence, lack of knowing, lack of understanding, all of these things. And not having that bond with yourself where you just basically honestly can look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. Use your name, I love you, Jane, I love you. And say this deeply within yourself. And you say it before you go to bed at night. Say it when you get up in the morning, and say it with great energy and great commitment, because it will give you added energy and bonding with yourself and assuredness and nurturing. A lot of us don't nurture ourselves. We're so stressed and so pulled into such anxiety and tensions that we just don't spend any time loving ourselves, nurturing ourselves. And a lot of us feel guilty to do that. We don't feel that we deserve to do that. So we ignore it. We ignore ourselves. We pay attention to others, and we just don't develop a loving, nurturing relationship with ourselves. Obviously, there are some exceptions, and some people do that, but for the most part, they don't. We don't do that. And today is a meditation on loving yourself and assisting humanity across the board on loving themselves. And when you do that, you basically increase, again, your vibrational frequency, and you also start comprehending a lot of things. You start respecting yourself more when you put that time and effort in loving yourself and attending to yourself. and being aware of who you are is very important. And a lot of people don't do that. They just don't. That's why we have such an array, a disarray of so many things happening on this planet, so many people being pulled in different directions, so much going on, different guidance. And, you know, this is something that you might want to think about, and I think some of you have already, is that all of this stuff is just stuff. It's a construct created to keep humanity in the dark. That's all it is. And once we understand that, then it's all small stuff. We build faith in ourselves and our God spark. We build a love relationship with ourselves. And I'm not talking about ego here. I'm just talking about genuine, eternal love for ourselves. And we build that, and we nurture ourselves, and we pay attention to ourselves. And we don't, you know, we're not so connected to physicality for how things are, materialism. Because, you know, eventually we aren't going to have materialism. It won't exist. And you know, and I understand that, you know, we need this and we need that in the current system. That's obvious. It's, you know, you need certain amounts of money to survive and to exist. But what I'm saying is to understand and look at things that most things are just small stuff. You are a immortal being, and imagine humanity got to the point where they weren't connected so much to their physical bodies, that when they knew the avenues, they had the confidence, they had the knowing, where we all have the knowing that when we leave the body, the spacesuit, we are eternal. So we are immortal in our true form. And be careful, you know, some of the things out there that you come across on occasion are things where, you know, we have a vengeful God who destroys and damages and punishes and does all kinds of horrible things. And there are writings out there that depict this, of destructive, vengeful God who is going to burn you throughout eternity and do all kinds of horrible, unthinkable things, period. Now, when you think about, which we're part of, we're all part of that. We're all part of the God, the Godhead, the God creator, source creator God. We're all part of that. So imagine if we believed across the board that our creator was vengeful and destructive. You know, just think about that for a minute. Now, if that was the case, then we would all be vengeful and destructive. Because we are made in source creator God's image, prime source creator God. The prime source, the force, the energy that creates all that there is, all that there ever will be, all that there ever has been. So think about that. All knowing, all seeing. Now, prime source creator God and the force, which is God, creation, whatever label you want to give this energy that's housed in our bodies. You imagine that God is all-knowing, all-seeing. He's connected to every one of us, knows everything we're going to do, okay? Knows everything that we think and say, that we feel, 24/7, because literally we are connected to the Creator, to the One. So all of the actions and activities that are going on, obviously are a learning process when we're in these physical bodies. But we are taught, and think about all of the writings that you can come across, people are taught to forgive. Now, when you don't forgive, you carry a burden of a negative balance of energy that's very heavy. And I'm sure we've all experienced that one time or another, where we feel kind of heavy because we have this animosity towards something or someone, And we carry it with us for years and years and years and years. Dispute, disagreement, argument, confrontation, whatever. So the reason I'm expressing all of these things is because it all goes back to our own individual love for ourselves and our connection to Creator. And Creator, Prime Source Creator God, who basically created us and gave us the opportunity to come into these bodies. And so loving yourself, forming a love bond with yourself, nurturing, is very important for strengthening your resolve to help you and assist you and reinforce your belief in yourself, your confidence in yourself, and caring for yourself. Because if you can do that, you can establish that, imagine how you are with others outside yourself. And so a lot of the times we don't spend hardly any time getting to know ourselves and loving ourselves, and we spend everything pushing it out to others, trying to communicate and interact and do that with others. And you see the mess that we have, the pulling and tearing and ripping and the destruction and conflict and all of these things, and you look at the different divorce rates across the planet. I mean, it's unbelievable. So, if you will, go to area, if you're not already, in a place where you're not going to be disturbed. And we start off by relaxing the body from head to toe. Just kind of drop the shoulders and just relax. Put yourself in a real relaxed position as much as possible. Let any tension, stress, anything fall off of you. Let it just dissolve, vaporize, and be gone. Sent back to the central sun. And as you do this, your body becomes lighter. You feel it become lighter. And you really want to now breathe. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. You hold it 3 seconds and exhale. Take it in, hold it 3 seconds, exhale. 1001, 1002, 1003. You want to do this 3 to 6 times. Breathing is so important. Everybody should have a breathing session at least once a day. It brings peace to the body and to you. As you're breathing in positive, divine energy. You're breathing in eternal love. You're breathing in strength. You're breathing in good health. You're breathing in calmness, peace, prosperity, abundance. As you take these things in, your vibrational frequency goes up. As the vibrational frequency goes up, you bring yourself to the level of vibrational frequency where you attract whatever you desire. You want good health, you'll attract it. You want abundance, you'll attract it. You can't attract it if you're not there in vibrational frequency. You just never will. No matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, no matter what you read, no matter what seminars you go to, you will not receive what you have desired. It will just not happen. It's so imperative that this every day continually working on our vibrational frequency is just paramount. So you're breathing in all of these positive, nurturing, loving things that come in. As you take that breath and you breathe it in, you feel that energy. You feel it in your heart center. It's almost euphoric. You breathe out all of the weights, all of the burdens, all the things that stress you, all of the things that confuse you and misguide you, all of those things. You have them breathe out, you breathe them out. Purple transmuted flame neutralizes them and sends them back to the central sun. Purple transmuting flame. Some call it the violet ray, the violet flame. So now we all fold in and go into our heart center. We journey in as deep as we can go until we come to the vortex, which is peace, eternal love, and we see all around us and above us the golden white pink light, purple transmuting flame, reflecting, glowing, glittering, and shimmering all around us and above us and saturating us with eternal love. And we see our higher self, and obviously we have eternal love for our higher selves, and we join our higher selves. And we see this love in our physical existence for ourselves. We love ourselves. We respect ourselves. We care for ourselves on a daily basis, ongoing, always. We never forget about ourselves. And we aren't talking about arrogance, ego, or anything. We're just talking about genuine love for ourselves, for each other, for ourselves. And we now call in all those of the light, of love, from love, are invited to join us in this meditation. And we're talking about all of the archangels who are of love and from love, all of the seraphim and the cherubim, all of love and from love, all of the ascended masters of love and from love, all of the sprites and fairies of love and from love, all of the loved ones who have passed over, of love and from love, all invited in, all those who can help us and assist us, of love and from love, and inner earth, hollow earth, all of the benevolent energies, beings, of love and from love, in the entire galaxy, in the entire solar system, we welcome into this meditation. And they will follow us and connect with us on the highest level of our higher selves. We invite them all in. We are all encased in a perfect sphere of the golden white pink light and the purple transmuting flame of Prime Source Creator God's eternal love. Now this sphere, the bubble, encase us and protect us. And the only thing that can penetrate those sphere, or the bubble, is eternal love. Now we all, arm in arm, float up above the planet. You see our meditative sphere, golden white pink light, purple transmuting flame, flickering, glowing, and humming. And all of our meditations housed in perpetual motion. And as I said, the day is going to come, we're going to release all those meditations to humanity. Like a super duper charge. We feel the golden white pink light rain start saturating us, loving us eternally, energizing us, giving us clarity. And we start to feel this deep, eternal connection with ourselves, with our higher selves. And we start feeling the eternal love that we have for ourselves. And it's saturating us inside and out, from head to toe. And we feel this deep love that we have for ourselves. We're basically crying out or screaming out in exuberance of that we love ourselves. And you start saying to yourself, "I love you," and you don't just say with that vibrational energy that you make that statement with your voice, it vibrates and you know it to be true, and it increases your vibrational frequency. And we set this off with all the higher selves on humanity all over the planet, that they are being saturated and being communicated with their higher selves, that they love themselves, is to let go of all the things that you feel guilty about, and forgiveness, just to let it go. People unwilling to forgive is very destructive. It's very, very destructive. And eternal love is about forgiveness. And if all there is love, think about that. All there is love. And if you don't have forgiveness, how can you maintain eternal love, which encompasses everything? Everything. And figure, as this is expanding, as it's growing, and it's waving out, touching all, saturating all. We are the key here on earth for forgiveness, eternal love, and because we are all connected to Prime Source Creator God, the one, the Creator of all. We are connected. So we are like voices of energy. So you feel that, feel humanity as we all bond together, and as we all come together, and we all feel eternal love for ourselves. And you watch how it melts everything as you establish this and make it a very firm, strong connection on a minute-to-minute basis. You get to that point where you're in that moment, in that time, continuously. So I'll join in the meditation, and I'll be back to close us out.
Hello, this is Julie Joy of the Young Lightworkers. I'm going to stop the recording for the several moments of silence. Feel free to pause your device and take as long as you like, and then join Jared for the wrap-up. Thank you.
You take the energy and the feeling and the emotion that some of you will definitely feel if you aren't already, with the commitment of loving yourself, and not just once in a while, but always. So reminding ourselves and communicating with ourselves that that you love you. And understanding what that does, it cleanses, it uplifts, it energizes. When you say it, and you genuinely send that message to yourself, you'll feel it. You'll feel like a surge in your heart, a uplifting feeling that will come over you, a good feeling of happiness and joy. And it also energizes you to treat others accordingly. Others with respect, no matter who they are, no matter what they're doing. We have to begin somewhere, and this is what we're doing to lighten humanity, to eliminate the abuse, the destruction, the conflict, the stress, the pain, the anguish, all of those things that have plagued humanity for a very long time. We start with ourselves, and we build with ourselves with this meditation for all of humanity, enveloping, saturating, strengthening, creating this aura, this energy within of brightness, eternal love for oneself, peace, prosperity. These things basically, when you have eternal love for yourself and you love yourself, a lot of things that were unachievable or untouchable become available to you. They're opened up. A lot of the disturbance, disruption, stress disappears, dissipates, is alleviated. But as soon as you go down, as soon as you become angry at yourself, as soon as you start getting heavy, as soon as you start feeling an obligation, negativity, hard on yourself, all that goes away, and you drop. you fall, your energy level, your vibrational frequency sinks, and you become mired in stress, anxiety, fear. All of these things come into play. So that's so important. Self-motivation should be so high to maintain a high level of respect and eternal love for oneself. So I wish each of you to have this day and to enjoy it and to take that and to start practicing it always, not intermittently. Get into the habit. At first it might seem out of place, but eventually it will be just fluid for you. And I wish for each and every one of you perfect health, perfect prosperity, perfect abundance, perfect peace, perfect love, perfect happiness, perfect bliss, perfect joy. And may God bless each and every single one of you. We will be back here at 3 p.m. Saturday, July 28, 2018, 3 p.m. Eastern. And may God bless each and every single one of you.